Welcome to Animax tutorial. Those who have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe, and if you like the video, please like and share. So students, in previous class we have learned about your probability and we have completed some of the problems related to exercise 1 and exercise 2. So today we are going to start about the statistics. Now what do you mean by statistics? The definition of statistics is nothing but collection of data, right? So or else in previous classes we have learned about this definition, that is collection of data. So here, or we can write or else as data is a collection of actual information which is used to make logical inferences, right? So there is a definition of a statistics, that is data is collection of actual information which is used to make a logical inference. So here these data is divided into three types. So one is here arithmetic mean, second one is median, and third one is mode, right? So these are the classification of statistics, that is arithmetic mean, median and mode. So first we are going to learn about what is arithmetic mean. So this arithmetic mean also divided into two parts. So one is here ungrouped data and second one is grouped data. Now the question comes here, what is ungrouped data and what is grouped data? So ungrouped data is nothing but the data which we have collected personally without grouping it is ungrouped data. If you group in a tabular form is a grouped data, right? Now arithmetic mean for ungrouped data. For this you have a definition. So what is this definition here? If x1, x2 so on up to xn are the observation, then the mean of the above observation is written as x bar x1 plus x2 plus so on up to xn divided by the total number n, or else in short we can write this as summation xi, where I is equal to 1 to n divided by n, right? Now I indicates the values of 1, 2, 3, 4 so on up to n, and divided by n indicates the total number. This is a formula to find a arithmetic mean for ungrouped data. Now what is the formula to find arithmetic mean for grouped data, right? Now for this grouped data you have total three types of formulas. So one is here arithmetic mean for direct method. Now I will explain all these terms when we come to your problems, right? Now in which type of problems we are using this direct method and which type of problems we are using another formulas, those formulas how we are using for this related to the problems, right? Now first we'll learn what is those formulas related to this arithmetic mean, right? Arithmetic mean for direct method. So in this direct method you have x1, x2 so on up to xn are observation with respect to the frequency f1, f2 so on up to fn, then mean of the above data is x bar is equal to f1 x1 plus f2 x2 plus f3 x3 plus so on up to fn xn by f1 plus f2 plus so on up to fn. So further we can write this as summation fi xi divided by summation fi. So we know that I is nothing but 1 2 so on up to n. So this is a formula to find arithmetic mean for the direct method. Okay, so now arithmetic mean by deviation method. The formula for deviation method is x bar is equal to a plus summation fi di by summation fi, where I is nothing but 1 to n. Now what is a? So a is nothing but assumed mean, right? And what is fi? Fi is nothing but total frequency. Now what is d? D is nothing but xi minus a, right? So like this we are finding the deviation method. This is a formula to find x bar is a deviation method. X bar is equal to a plus summation fi di by summation fi, where these are the terms. A is nothing but assumed mean, fi is nothing but total frequency, and d is nothing but xi minus a. Okay, this is the third formula to find arithmetic mean by using a step deviation method. For this method you have a formula x bar is equal to a plus summation fi ui by summation fi into h. Now what is a? So a already we know that assumed mean. And what is fi? So fi is nothing but total frequency. Now what is u? Ui is nothing but xi minus a by h. Now what is h? H is nothing but height of the class interval, right? So this is the terms of your formula, that is a is assumed mean, fi is nothing but total frequency, u is nothing but xi minus a by h, and h is nothing but height of the class interval. So these are the three formulas we are using for arithmetic mean for grouped data, right? Now we are going to learn about the formulas related to arithmetic mean, median, right? That is second formula is median. So here also we are dividing into two parts. One is your ungrouped data, and next one is grouped data. Okay, so ungrouped data for median. So for this this you have a formula, that is if x1 x2 so on up to xn are the observation, then first condition, that is if n is equal to odd, if n is odd number, means total number of frequencies odd number, then we can write this as median is equal to n plus 1 by 2 the term. This is a formula to find if n is odd. Now what is the second condition here? If n is even, the condition will be m is equal to n by 2th and n by 2 plus 1th term, right? So this is a formula to find median for ungrouped data. So means you have to, n indicates the total number of observation. So total number, if it is of 10, then it is even number. If the total observation is 9, then it is an odd number. So based on that total number of observation, we are using the formulas, right? Okay, so now coming to our next formula is median for grouped data, right? So previously we have learned median for ungrouped data. Now we are going to learn about median for grouped data. So in the median for grouped data, your formula is median is equal to L plus n by 2 minus CF divided by small letter f into h, right? Now here L indicates the lower boundary of median class. Now here n is nothing but number of observation, or we can write this as total number of observations. Now here coming to our next one is CF. CF is nothing but cumulative frequency of class preceding the median class, right? Next, f is nothing but frequency of median class, or else in short we can say this as highest or greatest number. In short we can say this is greatest number of frequency. Next, h is nothing but size of the class interval. So these are the terms of the formula L. L is nothing but lower boundary of median class. N is nothing but number of observation or total number of observation. CF is nothing but cumulative frequency of the class preceding to the median class. F is nothing but frequency of median class or greatest number of frequency or the highest number of frequency. H is nothing but size of the class interval. So this is a formula to find median for group data. Now coming to the third one. So third one is nothing but mode. So in this mode also we have total two parts. One is your ungrouped data and second one is grouped data. So here first one, ungrouped data of mode. So here ungrouped data of mode is nothing but, already in previous classes we know that mode is nothing but highest repeating number, right? There is nothing but a mode. So here ungrouped data is also the same, the highest repeating observation is nothing but mode. Now coming to second one, that is grouped data of mode. So here group data of mode formula of given as mode is equal to L plus F1 minus F0 divided by 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. This is a formula of mode. Now how to classify these values of this? So L already we know that lower boundary of the model class. H is nothing but size of the class interval. Now coming to the value of F1, F0 and F2. Now what is F1? F1 is the highest frequency. Now coming to F0. F0 is nothing but preceding frequency of the highest model. Highest model is nothing but, already this highest frequency is the preceding number of highest frequency. Now coming to F2. F2 is nothing but succeeding frequency of the highest model. So this is the terms of the formula, that is L is nothing but lower boundary of the model class, H is nothing but size of the class interval, F1 is nothing but highest frequency, F0 is nothing but preceding frequency of the highest model, and F2 is nothing but succeeding frequency of the highest model. So these are the formulas related to the chapter 14, that is statistics. So hope you people have understood all these formulas. And so in the next class we'll start the problems related to this formulas, right? Thank you.